Hey Al, this is Ryan M. Shade, LCSW, your therapist. I'm the guy your therapist comes to see for therapy. Um, Doing this video today and sort of as a confessional, I guess. I'm not exactly sure where it's gonna go, but I guess one of the things I want to do is just normalize the struggle that we're facing. I am exhausted. And what's kind of fascinating about it is I'm not exhausted by the therapy that I'm doing. For me, therapy has always been something that energizes me, that helps me, that heals me. It's not the therapy that I'm doing, it's the rest of everything. Most of you might know that my wife is a therapist as well. She's a child and adolescent therapist. She does play therapy and EMDR, trauma therapy for kids. And she and I were talking the other day, and what sort of came up was the world is incredibly heavy right now. So, no matter what you believe, no matter how you feel about what's going on, the world is incredibly heavy. There's a lot of pain, there's a lot of fear, and there's a lot of anger as well. And there is nothing we can seemingly do about it. I mean, we know that's not true that there is, but it just feels like there's nothing that we can do about it. And so, again, on one level, I just wanted to talk about the struggle and the fact that it's really, really hard right now. One of the interesting things that I found early in the pandemic was most of my clients that I had been seeing for a while were actually doing pretty well. But now that we're a few months in, finding that even the people who were managing pretty well had some pretty balanced and rational thought processes, because that's what I work in, is getting out of emotion and getting into balanced rational thinking, and then having appropriate emotions for situations. Those folks who were doing pretty okay, now they're starting to crack a little bit. A lot of the therapists that I know, a lot of my colleagues, a lot of my friends, a lot of the people I consider my tribe, if you saw my tribe video, they're starting to crack under the pressure of all of this and under the weight of all this. And so, at the beginning of this, a lot of therapists were putting out videos, and now it seems like many therapists have videos out there about 3 things to do or 10 things to know or this and that and the other. This is not that video. This sucks, and it hurts, and it is struggle right now. So, all the same things, of course, that we all know: diet and exercise and sleep and don't drink too much and do all the right things for yourself. But even if you're doing those things, this still sucks. This is still hard. This is still unbelievable relative to what we're used to and what we know how to handle. So, again, I didn't really know where this is going to go. I'm struggling. I'm having a hard time. There are therapists out there doing telehealth. There are some still doing in-person sessions, some doing a hybrid of both and things like that. But if I can put one more pitch out to therapy and people doing their own work, the world gets better when we all do our own work and we all work through what we need to work through. And I can't tell you for everyone, but I think for anyone that I would consider a therapist worth their salt, they actually do better emotionally when they're doing therapy. They don't get drained by it. They, in fact, get energized by it. Maybe that's my own bias because it's my experience. But if support a therapist, not necessarily just with the appointment time and the money or the insurance or things like that, but support a therapist in the sense that when we as therapists are doing therapy, we actually do better. So I'm certain that there are some therapists who close down their practices or things like that in the light of this, and I have a feeling they're not actually doing very well. Because as healers, we do better when we heal. I think honestly all humans do better when they help other humans. It's a part of what I believe to be our nature, and we do better when we're helping one another. But especially so, support a therapist by going to therapy, support yourself by going to therapy. And support a therapist not just financially but actually emotionally by going to therapy, by letting them use their skills and talents and abilities and gifts to help you, because again, that is incredibly healing to us as it is to our clients as well. So yeah, that's it. The world's heavy. this sucks. It doesn't seem like there's a significant end in sight for the suckiness of this for at least the current. But encouragement to just do your own work, and I guess on some level commiserating with all of you that, yeah, this is a really, really hard thing that we're going through. All right, signing off, Ryan M. Shade, LCSW, your therapist. I am the guy that your therapist comes to see for therapy. Get help. Thanks, bye. Wash your hands.